Right, so hello everybody. Wow, there are a lot of you here. Today we are going to talk about memes in America. What is a meme? What is meme in Russian? Well, the Russian word, yes, but even more than this. What is a meme? Can anyone describe what a meme is? So, funny pictures, yes. Does anyone else have a different definition? What else is a meme?
A picture that is famous and easy to understand to everybody.
Awesome, good, right? These are pretty good definitions of what a meme is, but a meme is this and more. Memes are more than funny pictures. Before we really get started, we need to talk about what a meme is. Where are the buttons? They are. So, what is a meme? The word meme was invented in the year 1976 by evolutionary biologist Richard Dawkins. He originally used this word to mean a trait that was passed down that was not genetic. For example, if a bird, I'm going to draw a bird, I'm sorry. There we go. Yeah, pretty good bird. If a bird eats a certain kind of fruit, right, and the bird's beak, this is small, it has a hard time. But if the bird evolves a bigger beak, it can eat the fruit more easily, right? For example, this is a genetic trait. It is in its DNA. But if this bird learns a new way to eat the fruit, if it learns to drop it from very high up, and it teaches its children how to do this, that is a trait that is non-genetic, right? This makes sense so far. Yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
Good, I'm getting lots of yeses. That, Richard Dawkins would say, is a meme. But now, so memes have gone from biology to mean funny pictures on the internet, right? But more than this, a meme is anything that spreads culture from person to person. Usually this is on the internet, but we can have non-internet memes. We will talk about this. Do you guys have memes in Russia?
Yes.
Of course you do. Of course you have Russian memes, right? We have three right here. Yeah, but we have Zdravствуйте and we have Chayka. Right? So the thing that's really interesting to me about Russian memes is, number one, first, they are all incorrect Russian, right? Привет is not a word. Привет is a word. Здравствуйте is not a word. Здравствуйте is a word. Things like that. So they're all grammatically incorrect Russian, what is called Padankovsky speak, Padankovsky язык. But even more interesting than this is that the Russian mistakes follow certain rules. So they change letters around to different letters, right? So like a stressed E becomes like a yeah, right? They drop certain letters. There are rules to Padankovsky язык. They're not Russian rules, they're their own rules. We have something like this had, I would say, in English. In the mid-2000s or so, maybe 2008, it was popular on the internet to replace letters with numbers. And each number meant a letter. So the number 1 meant L. The number 3 meant E. 7 meant T, right? So people would make words and they would replace letters with numbers. So they would write something like, right? What does this say?
Hello.
Hello. Awesome. A really common one was 1337. What does this say? It says elite. Yes, Mike knows. It's short for elite, right? When someone is really, really good at something, they are elite. So people, when they would play video games, they would write 1337, and everyone knew that meant elite, because it said wheat. Kind of looks like it, right? That is sort of an English version of this. Keep the idea of podenkovsky język in mind, though. We are going to talk a little bit more about something similar. Can you have memes without the internet? Yes, of course you can. I think that's the next one. Yes, we have memes from before the internet, and from before Richard Dawkins even thought of the word meme. What? Do people in Russia like cats? Yes, very much. Then you will like these pictures. Some of the first memes we have in American culture are literally just people taking pictures of cats. In the 1870s, a man named Harry Pointer started taking pictures of cats and putting words with them, right? So the cat is next to a camera and it says, "The photographer." In the 1870s, people probably thought that was really funny. It still is kind of funny. Again, in the early 20th century, in the early 1900s, a man named Harry Whittier Fries also did this. But he would dress cats up. So this picture is from Harry Pointer. This is a Harry Whittier Fries picture. I guess people named Harry really like cats. So the cat is dressed up in a dress, and it says, "What's delaying my dinner?" Right? Why is dinner late? Again, this was probably funny 100 years ago. Keep the idea of cat pictures in mind. Don't forget about pictures of cats. Another really, really famous American pre-internet meme is "Kilroy was here." Has anyone ever heard of "Kilroy was here"? No, this is a pretty uniquely American thing. In World War II, in what you would call the Great Patriotic War, people in the United States military would draw this on almost everything. On tanks, on airplanes, on jeeps, on machine guns, right? So airplanes, we have machine guns. No one knows who started doing this first. Some people think that it was wounded soldiers in a hospital started to do it. But it is more likely that there was one guy on the east coast of the United States, and his job was inspecting ships, making sure that the ships were built correctly. And then when he would say, "Yes, the ship was built, it was a good ship," right? He would write, "Kilroy was here" on the side of it. His last name was Kilroy. The drawing, this is called a doodle, is a short, quick drawing that you can do easily. This is British originally. It started in World War I, but in the United States during World War II, in the military, they combined the phrase "Kilroy was here" with the drawing. So there are places they would draw this on walls, on everything. This picture exactly was probably drawn over 1 million times over the course of 4 years. It was very, very, very popular. Okay? It started with one person, right? It's culture, and it's spread. One person to lots of people, right? That is the core idea of a meme.
And this meme, does it mean something specific? Or
No, it's just a thing. It's just a picture, right? It's just a picture people liked. So, we are on to the internet era, right? The heyday, the golden age, the zolotoy wiek of memes. What websites do we usually talk about memes with, though? So the original one is 4chan. 4chan really started the meme revolution on the internet. Lots of the early memes started on 4chan. But nowadays, 4chan, don't go on 4chan. It's gotten really bad. Reddit is really the kind of core meme production now. It's like the meme zavod. So most good memes come from Reddit nowadays, basically. We will see some. First, We have to talk about all your base or belong to us. You guys all speak English. Does this make any sense to you? All your base or belong to us. No, right? This is really bad English. This is one of the first major early internet memes. It became popular in 1998 and 1999, right when people were figuring out, hey, I found a funny picture. I can send this to all my friends, right? Where does this come from? It comes from a Japanese video game called Zero Wing. The game was originally in Japanese, and then they tried to make an English version, and they went from saying in Japanese, "We have captured your base," to "all your base or belong to us," right? The translation was bad. The whole conversation is here. What happened? Somebody set up us the bomb. We get signal. What? No question mark. No question mark. Main screen turn on. Turn on. Good phrasal verb. It's you. How are you, gentlemen? Again, no question mark. All your base or all your base or belong to us. You are on the way to destruction. What you say? No question mark. You have no chance to survive, make your time. Ha 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 ha. Captain, take off every zig. You know what you doing. Move zig. For great justice. Right? This doesn't make any sense as English, right? It's close, but it's not quite there. So what does all your base tell us? What does all your base or belong to us teach us about American internet culture? It shows us that Americans like laughing when people make mistakes in English, right? If I were to say something in Russian wrong, would you laugh at me? Yes, you would, right? Right, of course you would, right? I've had multiple times in my life where I've tried to say something in Russian, and I said something completely different, and accidentally said something really, really bad, right? And that's really funny, I think, to everyone, especially Americans. All your base belong to us. Grade A, memeage. The next one, really important, lolcats, right? I said, remember the cat pictures, and I said, remember Patankovsky язык, right? This is why you need to remember those things. So lolcats come from 4chan, probably 2005. Back then, 4chan had a thing called Catterdays, where on Saturdays, people would post pictures of cats, and that's it, right? So people had pictures of cats, and they started putting captions, right? Words with pictures on these. So the first Urban Dictionary post for lolcats came in 2006, and in June of that same year, the domain name, the website lolcats.com was registered. Why did I say, remember cat pictures? That's pretty obvious, right? Cat pictures. But why did I say, remember Patankovsky speak? Because I can has cheeseburger is not correct English, right? What should it say?
Can I have a cheeseburger?
Exactly. It should say, can I have a cheeseburger? But, just like Patankovsky язык in Russian, these people changed correct English into incorrect English, but followed certain rules, right? Have is always has, right? I has a sad. I can has cheeseburger. They would replace certain words with other words, so that the idea of Patankovsky язык and lolcats speak is very, very similar. Sometimes there aren't captions. Sometimes you just have a picture of a cat with a lime on its head. What do lolcats teach us about the American internet? Number one, of course, cats are still popular on the internet. They will always be popular, probably. And again, the use of incorrect English on the internet mirrors the use of incorrect Russian. Okay? People are similar. Next up, we have advice animals. Most of these aren't animals, right? So these became very popular in the year 2009. Each advice animal's meme features a picture. So there's always a picture, and there are 2 rows of text. One above, one in below. And each picture means something different. So top left here, we have Scumbag Steve, right? He makes fun of your job, is unemployed, right? Is that a good thing to do? If you don't have a job, should you make fun of, should you laugh at other people's jobs? No, you shouldn't, right? That is not very nice. That is why we use Scumbag Steve. If you see this picture, you will always know that you do not want to do what the words say. Next up, top right, we have Good Guy Greg, the only one with a car, makes 2 trips to bring everyone. So say there are 10 people, right? He is the only one with a car, so he drives the group somewhere and picks the other people up and takes them there too, right? Is that good? If you have a car, should you drive your friends places? Yes, you should, right? If there's a big group. That is Good Guy Greg. He does good things for people. Makes sense? If you see this picture, you want to be like Good Guy Greg. You don't want to be like Scumbag Steve. Our next picture is Confession Bear. I actually kind of like Nickelback. Does anyone in here like Nickelback? I'm sorry, but you're wrong. So Confession Bear is what people use to anonymously confess, like if they feel guilty. So anonymously means without anyone knowing who you are, right? So this person doesn't want anyone to know that they like Nickelback, but they feel like they need to say it. And advice animals, these memes, give them a way to do that. Kind of interesting. Our last one. It's my favorite title. This one is Velociraptor. If you heard of the word Velociraptor, right, it's a dinosaur. Think Jurassic Park. And philosophy. They took these 2 words and they combined them into Velociraptor. This needs some explanation. When 2 people fight, when they have an argument, when they do not get along, we say that they have beef with each other. So the Velociraptor asks, if 2 vegans, 2 people who don't eat meat, get into an argument, is it still called beef? Right? It's a joke. It's a silly little observation about the language, but we use memes to sort of convey that thought, to give that idea. What do advice animals teach us? Obviously, there are standards of behavior, right? There are ways that people should act, and there are ways that people should not act. Advice animals can tell us more about that. What the internet as a whole thinks is good and thinks is bad. Next one. I hate this. We have Rage comics. So, these started in 2008 with Rage Guy saying, "Fuck." I'm not going to finish that word because my boss is right there. But very, very quickly. No, of course not. Of course not. That was a joke, right? Very, very quickly, there were more and more faces added. So we have the troll face. We have why you know, and we have me gusta, which is terrible to look at, right? Just like how each picture with advice animals means something different, each face means something different. And these are all sort of relatable ideas, right? Everyone has had a situation when you just go, right? Troll face means like you want to troll someone. Sort of, you want to trick them, or kind of, you want to trick them is the best way of saying that, I think. Why you know is just kind of, why don't you do this? Again, bad English, right? And me gusta is Spanish for I like it. It's like мне нравится, almost exactly, actually, even grammatically. So these are always used in stories. Also though, I don't know why people did this, but they did. They would use the word lay as a placeholder, as just kind of a filler word, right? Lay is French, but they would use it in English. For an example of like a story, so it would be like, me and lay girlfriend talking, right? Say, what do you want to lay eat? And then the girlfriend would have a troll face and would say, I don't care. And then it would cut back to the first person, why you know, say where you want eat. Something like that, right? Really, really bad English, really, really stupid stories, but they were somehow relatable for a lot of people, so these became very, very, very popular. They are not popular anymore at all. People hate these now because they're really stupid, basically. So yeah, those are rage comics. I'm glad I don't have to talk about rage comics anymore. We are on, though, to video memes. Memes are more than just pictures. Memes can be videos. What? So our first video meme is Chocolate Rain. We're going to talk a little bit more about Chocolate Rain after we watch some of the video, okay? If we can get this to go, please work. Yes, it's going to do it. Someone knows what this is. Awesome. So, do you think that was Chocolate Rain?
No.
No. How do I get back to where I need to go? Perfect. That was not Chocolate Rain. That was what is called a Rickroll. The singer is named Rick Astley. So what people would do on the internet in an effort to try to troll other people, they would post a link, right? Like the blue thing that I had, right? And it would say like, I don't know what it is, new Star Wars movie, new Star Wars trailer. And people would go, new Star Wars? I have to see this. They would click it, and it would take them to that video. It's called a Rickroll, right? Everyone likes to play jokes on their friends. The song was released in 1987. Last time I checked, I think that video has over 300 million views on YouTube. 90% of them, I would say, come from Rickrolls, right? It's just a fun little joke to play on other people on the internet.
This is about only this. This is about this song.
Yes, it is always this song. It's never like anything else. I don't know why. The internet is weird.
There's meat spin also.
I'm not going to talk about meat spin. So now we are going to talk about Chocolate Rain for real, I promise. Right? So this guy is named Tay Zonday. This video was uploaded to YouTube in 2007. And as of right now, it has over 100 million views. Let's watch a little bit, and then we will sort of see why it's popular, why it's famous.
The prisons make you wonder where it went. Chocolate rain. Build a tent and say the world is dry. Chocolate rain. Zoom the camera out and see the light. Chocolate rain. Forecast to be falling yesterday. Chocolate rain. Only in the past is what they say. Chocolate rain. With your neighborhood insurance rates. Chocolate rain.
So, that is Chocolate Rain. Why do you think that was popular?
Because I suppose there is a discrepancy between the voice, the movements,
Exactly,
and
right?
the appearance.
Perfect, right? He looks like a pretty normal guy, but he has a super, super deep voice, and he kind of does weird things, right? He moves away from the microphone to breathe. So people watch this video, honestly, kind of to make fun of this guy, right? To say, such a weird dude. But over 100 million views, right? Advertisements. He made a lot of money, I think, from this. He's still, like, known. He has other songs, right? But the only Tay Zonday song anyone knows is Chocolate Rain. Why are video memes important, right? Number one, you can play jokes on people, right? You can trick people. You can troll people with video memes. And with Chocolate Rain, right, they tried to make fun of this guy, but he became super famous and made a lot of money because people were making fun of them. The magic of the internet. So, we're going to move on to modern memes. Memes from...
What about
Yep.
the meme pineapple, apple pen?
That is a more modern video meme, right? I have an apple, I have a whatever, I saw it like one time, right? Those are the two classic video memes though, right? They're the most famous video memes. But now we're going to talk about modern memes. Memes that people use today. So our first kind of memes are references, are jokes about movies and TV shows, right? People in America love movies. They love television. So people obviously want to make jokes about this. My favorite meme on this page comes from Harry Potter. Has anyone seen the Harry Potter movies? Yeah, almost everyone, right? In the very first one, they're on the train to Hogwarts, and Ron Weasley says, "You're Harry Potter! Show me the scar!" It's my best British accent. And Harry lifts up his hair, and instead of a thunderbolt, there's a hammer and sickle. Yes, Harry wants to seize the means of production. Harry wants to seize the memes of production. Nailed it. So, we have a joke from an American television show. It is called Pawn Stars. So basically, people take old historical artifacts to this guy, whose name is Rick Harrison, and he offers to buy them from him. He offers to buy these things from these people. But he often says, "I'm not going to give you very much money." So the joke is, an original Picasso, I'll give you $65 for it. Right? He's infamous. He's famous because of a bad thing for not paying people lots of money for expensive historical artifacts. Next up, has anyone seen The Lord of the Rings?
This is Boromir with the Ring of Power.
Exactly right. In the movie, Boromir says, "One does not simply walk into Mordor." So the internet took the first half of that, and they replaced the walk into Mordor with something else. For example, "One does not simply make a meme." Again, jokes about movies. And this guy here, I don't remember his name. He has the most Greek-sounding name I've ever heard. It's like Yiannopoulos, or it's like Giannopoulos or something like that. It's crazy. But he believes that the pyramids in Egypt were built by aliens. So aliens flew over in flying saucers and built the pyramids, and he's on television sometimes in America. So people love this guy because he has crazy hair, he has a crazy name, and he's like, aliens, man, right? So he has become famous because people make fun of him. Pretty cool. So TV and movies are important in American culture. They're also important for jokes in America. Next, we have like upvote memes. So on some websites, Reddit specifically, there is an upvote system and a downvote system. Upvote means I like it. If something has a lot of upvotes, more people see it. Downvote means I don't like it. And if something has a lot of downvotes, not very many people will see it. So people will make memes and they will say, you should upvote, right? These were an attempt to do that. One of the early ones, right, is this one here with the skeleton playing a trumpet, doot doot. So it says, you have been visited by trumpet skeleton of the abyss. Again, wrong English, bad English. Good bones and calcium will come to you, but only if you comment, thank Mr. Skeletal on the picture. So this isn't an upvote, this is comment on the picture. You better do it, or else you won't have good calcium, right? Thank Mr. Skeletal. Also have, greetings, you have been spooked by Bony Dog Man. If you pass this image without upvoting, you will be reported. So, if you don't upvote this picture, like you will get in trouble on the website, basically. So you better upvote. Next one. Out of nowhere appears a wild tritium pepe. This is indeed the rarest of pepes. It only appears once in every 20 quadrillion memes. Like in 5 seconds or bad luck. If you don't upvote this picture, you'll have bad luck. So these were really, really popular on Reddit for a while. But now, these are extremely unpopular. Because of one picture. We have a phrase in English. The straw that broke the camel's back. So straw is very, very light, but if you put lots of them on a camel, eventually you will crush the camel, right? Money Cat was the straw that broke the camel's back. Upvote Money Cat and you will get rich within the next 3 days. People were saying, if you upvote this, you will be rich. Obviously that's not true. This was like the last of the upvote memes. People don't do them anymore. It's really interesting to see like, these were popular and then one thing kind of goes one step too far and then, we don't want any more upvote memes. Why is this important? It shows people's desire for validation. People say, I made this, but I want other people to see what I've made, right? I want other people to like it. Unless you're Money Cat. Money Cat's stupid. We have absurdist memes. These memes started out as a reference to something, usually. But now they've sort of changed and evolved past what they were originally supposed to be. They don't really look like memes, like original memes anymore. Does anyone know who this guy is?
Guy Fieri.
Yes, it is Guy Fieri. He has a television show in America where he goes around the United States and eats really, really unhealthy food. Huh?
Triple G.
Yeah, exactly, you know. This is combined. There were books in America in the early 90s called Animorphs, where teenagers could transform into animals. The internet has combined Guy Fieri and Animorphs. So instead of turning into an animal, Guy Fieri turns into a piece of garlic bread. I love that picture, right? It's so weird and out there, but it almost makes sense if you know who Guy Fieri is. The next one, right? No one cared who I was until I put on the mask. Has anyone seen the third Batman movie, The Dark Knight Rises, it's called? Yeah, so that is a line. The dude with the mask says that in this movie. And so they took that text, that line from the movie, and they put it with a kid with a duck on his face. We have the trebuchet memes. A trebuchet is like a catapult, but it uses a weight to launch things. So you pull something heavy down and it launches rocks. When your teacher thinks you're studying, but you actually launching 100 kilogram stone over 300 meters, right? So the kid is pretending to read his notes, but he's actually just a trebuchet back behind his notebook. Again, strange humor, but you actually, bad English. It's like a poem, it rhymes. This one just takes like 4 different memes and combines them into one, right? So there's like what you want fam, like haircut memes, like the my parents aren't home is another meme. The button is a meme, and doggo is just what people on the internet call dogs, right? This is like the most absurd. It just takes references to things and it combines all these different jokes into one picture. Wild. Finally, memes can be in real life too. There is an American absurdist comedian, right? He does weird things. His name is Eric Andre, and he has started this movement, this fake political movement to legalize ranch dressing. This is fairly popular because a lot of people in America are dissatisfied. They're unhappy with the political system. I'm not going to talk about politics, but right, there are lots of unhappy people. So they jokingly like make fake political like ideas, right? Again, it's so strange, but it's almost makes sense. So legalize ranch, okay? Gotta legalize it. What do these memes tell us? What do absurdist memes tell us? You could say nothing, and I don't think you'd be wrong, but I think these kinds of memes give us a good idea of what the internet thinks is funny, right? Just weird things. Excuse me. So, we're on to our last type of memes. Do you think, is there a lot of negativity in the world? Are there a lot of unhappy people, right? Syria is a bad situation, right? There's terrorism, there's wars, there's lots of negativity, unhappiness, but the internet has decided to make wholesome memes. Wholesome means like good for your soul. And these exist mostly to try and make people happy and feel good about themselves. These memes have become very, very popular, even in 2017. People think that the world is a really bad place, so they try to make each other happy on the internet. Right? You're gonna start in the bottom right, in the gym. Hey guys, it'd be a lot easier to lift these weights if we just worked together. Right? You're trying to lift weights, you're trying to get strong, but people are saying, hey, let's work together to do it, right? This is my favorite one. This says, me with every dog. He's a mutt. A mutt is a dog that is not of one breed. So if you mixed a Great Dane, a dog, with a Chihuahua, that would be a mutt, right? 2 different kinds of dogs make one dog. So he's a mutt, half amazing, half terrific, right? Half pol odlično, pol прекрасно, right? So good. We have, my sister is about to have a baby, and my brother showed up to the hospital in a suit because first impressions matter, right? He wants the baby's first impression of him to be like this. And the last one, this woman on Twitter said, I'm really proud of my lasagna. I think Gordon Ramsay would approve. Does anyone know who Gordon Ramsay is? Yeah, right, he's a famous chef, and he's famous for being really, really mean to people. But Gordon Ramsay tweeted her back and said, looks great, Natalie. Gordon Ramsay, this guy who is usually so negative, right? He yells and swears at people. He calls people donkey all the time, right? But he says, your lasagna looks awesome. These are all really positive things, right? These make people happy. That is the point of wholesome memes. People think, oh, the world is a terrible place, but these memes try to make people happy. So, to recap, to sum up, what do memes teach us? Number one, cats have always, always, always been really popular. Number two, so these memes show us how the world communicates, right? Someone in America can see a picture and send it to someone in Russia, right? And they can spread it like that. Memes tell us what is good behavior, what is bad behavior. Memes can tell stories. Memes can show emotion. Memes can make fun of people sometimes, yeah. But sometimes making fun of someone is what makes them famous. There's a lot of weird humor, strange humor with memes, right? The internet has weird ideas of what is funny. And finally, sometimes memes show us a genuine desire to be kind to others, to make them happy. So memes are pretty interesting, I would say, right? They are more than just pictures on the internet. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the American meme.
Questions?
Yeah, are there questions? No questions. That means I explained really well.